best friend. What you doing? Not me coming on here with a whole split ass lip. The minute that the first snow fell, my body said, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your favorite with your messy self, story time. I am actually going to be touching on my days back in the day working at Target. Target was one of the places that I stopped by to work at on my trail of many, many places. Once upon a time, not long ago, I used to work at Target and I was a teenager. I don't remember like why we had moved, but bitch, we moved, okay? Story of my life. The biggest thing that I was facing at the time though is like my funky ass relationship with my funky ass ex. Yes, we were still together, right? We were trying to make this shit work. This was the last time that like I lived with my mom before I ended up leaving the house and saying peace the fuck out. The straw that broke the camel's back, bitch, happened around this time. The minute that my ex found out that I was like moving, especially like where I was moving, downtown, and girl, he was not happy about it. He was not happy about it. And he was just like, what? I started going to high school online, you guys, at this time. I mean, I guess technically, bitch, that's my 5th high school. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that until now. I was going to high school online. I was like super frustrated because I was like, dude, I'm already making this fucking move like all the way downtown with my mom. And like, I'm already stressed out as it is. Please don't give me a hard time about this. And so he was just like, how are we gonna see each other? Like, it's hard enough as it is, you know, just like fucking stressing me the fuck out. Yo, he was losing his fucking shit and I really didn't understand why. Well, bitch, I come to find out. My mom had interactions with Robert throughout our relationship for one reason or another. Like, your mom told me that y'all are moving and she was like saying it like she's so happy about it because, you know, my mom fucking hated his ass and hated that we were together. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, yeah, like your mom, you know, I know like where you're going, like you're gonna be downtown. And I was like, why do you keep saying it like that? Like, so what? And he was like, no, like you're right over there by campus. Like, I know where you're gonna be living. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, how do you know that? So you guys, long story short, I find out that my mom planted a bug in this boy's ear talking about, you know where I'm moving Nikki to? Far away from you, okay? And I'm gonna have her right next to that campus and I hope she finds somebody else. And you know what? Before she wasn't allowed to date, but if she comes to me trying to date somebody else, I will say yes. Talking so much shit. So like your mom told me all that and like, what the fuck does that mean? And I was like, oh my God. So to make him feel better, I was like, look, I don't even like leave the house to go to school. You know what I mean? Like I go to school here, like you don't have to worry about anything, like chill, relax. That's how we kind of saw that. I had a brief conversation with my mom about it because like my mom's not the type of person to like answer to me. And you know, it was a very quick and simple like, oh, did you say that to him? And she was like, yeah, and what? I don't like him. He doesn't support your dreams, this, that, and the third. And she was like, don't talk to me about that. That was a conversation between me and him. So fast forward, and the very thing that I was telling my ex was like, you don't have to worry about it because like I stay home, bitch. It was driving me fucking nuts. Like before the days of quarantine, I was literally staying at home, going to school and like in our small ass downtown apartment all fucking day. What do you do when you're bored? Yes, no, not the other thing. You make money. Notepad, thank you. So I started looking for a part-time job, bitch. I was on the bus and like just stopping anywhere and everywhere and filling out applications. I remember going into like this diner that I really wanted to work in because like they had like this 50s vibe to them and I thought it was cute, like their little uniforms. And I remember going in there and asking for an application and they were like, sweetheart, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 17. And they were like, you're not old enough to work at. Bitch, it was hard out there in these streets to find a job. I go inside Target, I go to the bathroom, and on the way out, you know, those little kiosks, and it's like, you know, apply here or whatever. Yeah, I saw one of them, and I was like, fuck it. So I put in an application. That happens, I get a call back, and I am hired as seasonal staff, okay? Because, like, we're going into the end of the year, Black Friday and all that shit, okay? So they're hiring for the seasonal staff. So they're like bulk hiring a bunch of people at this point and I just so happen to get picked. So I get super fucking excited, right? So of course, you know, I tell Robert's funky ass, oh my God, I found a job. Like I'm so excited. I'm gonna be making so money. This boy about lost his mind, bitch. He about lost his mind. You would have thought that I was telling him like that I was enlisting or some shit. Like he was like, what did you do? I got a job. I know, I was stupid. I was dumb. Like, bitch, I was a fucking teenager. And like, I thought that this was all my fault. That like, and I felt guilty because I knew that my life was super complicated. I felt like I brought complication to everybody else who knew me and like, So I felt I had a lot of guilt about that. And he was just like, this is already so hard. And like, but bitch, he was like losing his shit about me getting a job. Yeah, I'm on the phone and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, you gotta feel your feelings and process, but I'm keeping this job. Why do you need the money? Like, you have your, like, that's why you live at home, like, you know, whatever. And I was like, he definitely didn't have the money making mentality at all. I meet a bunch of people my first day on orientation day. So like, we are brand new, like meeting each other, brand new staff to Target. Like, none of them had ever worked here before. You know, that was kind of cool, starting with other people who were new too. Like, that was new to me. Oh my God, hold on, I need to do my eyeliner. I can't do it while I'm talking. Training goes pretty smoothly. Like, you know, everything was pretty chill for like the first week or two. I'm by myself for most of the day just because of like the area that I work in. And I would have to be the one to relieve for like the kids section quite a bit of time. Soft lines, okay? Soft lines was my shit, all right? I did not do hard lines. We don't do that here. I would literally just take my break to go in there and like be on my phone with Robert's funky ass. Like, I swear, dude, I look back and I'm like, wow, you look a mess. So I'm in the break room, you know, I'm not doing much. I'm just like on my phone or whatever. And my homegirl, we're gonna name her Sabrina, okay? Sabrina comes in and she's taking her little break too, and she just like plops down right next to me. She has like, you know, something in her hand. She's like snacking or whatever. And she's like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, nothing, you know, so we just started talking about random shit and work and stuff. All of a sudden, one of my other coworkers, we'll name him Kevin. Okay, Kevin walks in and he like darts straight to us, and like, I know him, but I don't know him, so I am so fucking confused. And I'm like, okay. So he just comes right over to our table and he just takes a seat right across from both me and Sabrina. And so I'm like, hey, like, what's up? And he was like, and he's just like looking at Sabrina in her face. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so she like looked at him and she was like, your food is in the microwave, it's okay. And I was like, yep, within the next like 5 seconds, I realized, oh, these two are lovebirds. Like, they're together, okay? They're in a relationship, whatever. And so, you know, she was like heating up her man's foods and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, that is so cute. And I was like, I can't believe that you guys got this job together. And they were like, yeah, we like applied at the same time. It's crazy. Sabrina's so fucking excited. She was like, I cannot believe like we're working at the same place. Like, this is my dream. And like, they're just so obsessed and just like so in love. And I was like, yes, love. And here I am trying to fucking make sure that I'm not fighting every day simply because I have a job, bitch. So that's Sabrina, Kevin, and that's when I find out about their relationship. Yeah, it went from like, you know, every now and then flirting in the aisles or whatever. Yeah, I would like catch them all the time, and so would my coworkers. Like, just random places making out, and like that camping section, okay, book section, bitch. Like, so many times I was afraid to go over to like the books and the magazines, all that shit over there. No, ma'am, because like Kevin and Sabrina were definitely over there. Of course, management is not fucking blind. And I think there was like a few people that were like tattletelling a little bit. And anyways, long story short, Sabrina ends up getting fired. Okay, I know, I guess like they were given the opportunity to pick who was gonna keep their job. And so Sabrina like voluntarily was like, you know what, I'll go get another job. There were definitely like other people fucking around, like other, you know, coworkers. And after that happened with Sabrina and Kevin, everybody was like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't talk about our relationship. Like, don't tell nobody. Like, one day comes around and I'm doing my job and, you know, I'm doing whatever. And I hear somebody's name come up on the radio that I've never heard before. And sure enough, it's like a new employee, and they're, you know, telling us that somebody else has been onboarded and this is their department, and like, if you have a chance, go say hi. I end up meeting this new girl at some point, and she is actually the one that's replacing Sabrina. We'll name her Kelly, okay? So Kelly's the new girl. She's real sweet. I immediately click with her, and she becomes like one of my really close friends while I was working at Target. Fast forward some time, and we're getting closer and closer to the holidays, and I'm working so, y'all, I went from working like 2-3 days out of the week up to like 5. And so I was like working every day after school and on the weekends. Now, I'm not gonna lie, bitch, I became a very sneaky teenager because my mom was hella strict. I started taking more shifts in the evening on Saturdays so that when I leave, I can go to the nearest mall down there and meet up with Robert's funky ass for like a movie or whatever. But I just tell my mom that like I'm, you know, gonna go to a movie with my coworkers or whatever, and it's Saturday night. What is she gonna say? And then she would come pick me up at the mall. I had to ride home. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So that's what I started doing. Everything is fine. Nothing is a mess. yet. Y'all know how Targets are built, okay? Like, we all pretty much know. Like, they're pretty much all the same. Of course, being in accessories, I'm working in the jewelry counter right in the front, so I can see everybody walking in and out of one of the entrances. And all of a sudden, I hear my name, and I look up, and it's Sabrina. And I'm like, oh, shit. And by this point, y'all, I hadn't seen her in, like, what felt like forever. It was like weeks. She comes over to the jewelry counter and she's like, how are you? Like, oh my God. And she was like looking around. She was like, I do not miss this place. And she was like telling me all about her new job and like, she does not miss this place. And like, you know, I'm spilling all the tea, like who's been hired, who's been fired, you know, all that shit. This situation happened and in the moment it was not weird. But in hindsight, it is just so, because like at some point in this conversation between me and Sabrina, you know, she's like being nosy and she's like, so like, who did they hire to replace me? Like, you know, like who is it? How fast did they replace me? And I was like, dude, so we start laughing about the fact that they replaced her so fucking fast. Right before she went off to go meet with her mans, she was like, girl, she was like, by the way, like my phone got turned off. Like I'm waiting for my first paycheck, what the fuck ever. She was like, so if you want to get a hold of me, like get a hold of me on Kevin's Facebook. She was like, yeah, we share a Facebook. So message me on there. She was like, I'll let you know when I get my phone back, but like fucking message me. We should hang out. And I was like, girl, I got you. So like literally right after that, the next time I had a break, you know, I got on my phone and I got on Facebook and I friended Kevin. So this is like the one time that I was not working like in my area for, you know, hardly at all, because I was helping put together displays. And instead of going directly to like the jewelry counter when I would come in, my manager would like take me to random areas and like all of these boxes and shit would be there. And she would be like, put all this on here nicely, barcode them and let me know when you're done. And like I would literally be doing this shit with like fuzzy socks all day. So fast forward, doing the same fucking repetitive shit, dealing with questions from customers. You already know the dealio, okay? A bitch is tired. All of a sudden, like my lead comes to me and she's like, oh my God, like we need more of these socks and this size in order to fill out this end cap. And like, I need you to go find this box in the back. And I was like, anytime I had to put away product, it was just like always there for me. I'm looking at her doe-eyed and she's like, that way, like near the books, there's the door over there. You're gonna be in soft lines. Like you take your scanner, it'll tell you where it's at. And she was like, and then, you know, after that, label them and put them over here. She's telling me this like while she's walking off, because like she's just like, everybody is so hectic. And I'm like, okay, I'm speed walking through that bitch, okay? And I don't want to be stopped. I don't want to have no questions. Like I am on a mission to find these fucking socks. And I go through these double doors. And you know, it looks like a fucking warehouse, as it should. Everything's normal. I start going, I have like this little scanner on me and I don't know how everything's set up. So I'm like looking at the shelves and looking at my phone and like, where am I supposed to be at? Yeah, no, I walk by and like there's just like this dot out of the corner of my eye. And when I look over there, like at the very end in the motherfucking dark was two people. Yeah, I go right back to, I'm looking for my socks. I'm so sorry. I'm looking for these socks. I'm so sorry, y'all. I start trying to walk off. It was fucking Kevin and Kelly back there doing cochinadas. All I saw was making out, but like they definitely like, she was up against the wall and shit. So I definitely think there was like some other shit going on. But anyways, bitch, like they were doing cochinadas, okay? And I was like, what? Why the fuck? Like, bitch, people are fucking messy. Like, people are messy. And I start walking towards the other side of like this back area. And I still have to find these socks, like regardless, right? So I can't just like run off. So I'm like, still like, like, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. It's none of my business. So I keep walking, right? And I'm like looking around and all of a sudden, y'all, Kevin runs up to me. He's like, hey, the fucking gall. Cause like, I don't give a fuck about like any of this. I really, fuck, man. So I'm already agitated. I've been doing the same shit all day. I'm tired. Like, you think I give a fuck? So I was like looking at Kevin. I was like, get out of my face. Just get out of my face. And he was like, Nikki, please, yo, please. And we have like this little back and forth. And so he tries to like make it better by being like, what do you need to find? Like, let me help you. Like, I know all back here. Like, and I was like, obviously, you know your way around here because like, boy. So, you know, regardless, bitch, I needed help. Takes that scanner and he bolts. He gets me the whole box of socks that I need. And he was like, dude, if you need anything else, like, let me know. But like, just please think about it. Like, that was a mistake. I'm so sorry. I know that like, you don't really give a fuck. And I was like, I don't. You have the day you deserve, sir. And I go on about my job. And literally, girl, it is on my mind the whole fucking day. It almost validated how my ex was reacting to everything at this point in time, because I was like, look at what people are doing. Like, what the fuck? And so, y'all, that shit fucked my shit up for the rest of the day. I'm thinking about this shit. I see Kelly on the way out of the store that night. Bitch, she don't say a word to me. It is so awkward. And I'm like, this is all because I walked up. All because I was doing my job. Bitch, wait. Okay, bitch, what? Bitch, wait. I don't remember what time I was going into work, but on my way to work, I got a notification on my phone from Facebook. And it's from Kevin, aka I had literally just been messaging her a little bit before this. So I see his name. I don't freak out, but I do get like kind of bubble guts, bitch, because like this just happened with her mans, and I'm like, fuck, like, does she know about it? It's fucking Kevin. I'm on this bus like reading this, and like I'm kind of skimming it. It's a whole ass paragraph, and like he's like basically like just kind of giving me excuses, like, you don't know, like it wasn't what it looked like. Y'all, he has like this whole fucking spiel. I'm literally like just skimming it and like going all the way down to like, what the fuck does this got to do with me? Like, I don't understand. Okay, y'all, he ends this message by being like, when you get to work today, meet me in the soft lines, like back room from before. Like, y'all, I don't remember how he worded it, but bitch, the way he worded it was not only like, meet me back there, but also like insinuating that this happened before. And he was like, you know, from before. I have something for you, just please hear me out. Besides this, I have my own shit going on, okay? And like, in my mind, I was like so fucking fed up, because I was like, I don't have time for this. This whole move that I had just made was making like the relationship that I was in super fucking rocky, and we were fighting all the fucking time. And so I get off the bus and I'm fucking frustrated, because I'm like, I have enough going on. Like, you think that I care about what's going on between you and your girl? Like, it's none of my fucking business. Honestly, like, I just have too much going on, right? I drop my stuff off in my little locker. I get all my shit, my little walkie-talkie and stuff. I head out to the floor, and the first place that I head is back to that little area, because I need to tell Kevin, leave me the fuck alone about this. Like, honestly, y'all, I walk back there and like I'm looking around in these fucking different, like, there's a bunch of shelves. I'm looking through the shelves, and finally I find him. He's sitting there with 2 Starbucks cups in his hands, and I walk up and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I went to go speak to so-and-so. I had a friend that worked at the Starbucks in Target, and he was like, yeah, I went to go talk to her and found out like your favorite drink, so like, here, like, this is for you. And I was like, I'm gonna need you to just stop, okay? Like, I give him the whole, I don't want to be involved. Like, I don't have time for this. Like, please, just like, don't involve me in this shit. Like, I don't need any explanation. I don't care. With all due motherfucking respect. I'm gonna tell her, I promise. Just like, give me a chance to tell her. Please don't text her. I was like, Kevin, calm the fuck down. I was like, I can't even text her. No, she got her new phone. So y'all, in this moment, I find out that she just got a new phone, and I didn't know that yet, but Kevin thought that I knew that already, and that I was gonna be texting her without him knowing about what the fuck I saw. Genuinely, even if I wanted to, I don't have a way to get a hold of her, because I don't have this bitch's number. Keep in mind, I cannot express enough like how fucking rocky like my relationship was. Like, I straight up, when it gets this hard, let it go, bitch. Just let it the fuck go. He definitely 100% like wanted to exchange passwords to each other's Facebooks, okay? So we do that, and you know, I just thought it was like, I guess like, you know, just in case, like if the other person's like acting a little weird, or like, you know, if you go missing. Bitch, I didn't know that this boy was like doing daily updates. And I didn't find out until this day, because I go on my break and I go on my phone and I have so many notifications. The first few are like from Facebook. The rest of them are from Robert's funky ass. Calls, text messages, bitch, I even got emails, okay? And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I start going through them. Bitch, he is losing his mind. I saw the DMs. I knew you were talking to somebody. Who the fuck is this? And he's talking about Kevin. He's talking about Kevin. Yeah, no, like, out of context, for sure. That seems like, you know, like, bitch, how the fuck am I supposed to explain this? How am I supposed to explain this? So I start flipping shit, okay? Like, I felt like this was the only stability that I had was this relationship. I wasn't trying to like, what the fuck? And like legitimately, I didn't do anything. So I start freaking out and like nothing else matters to me. Like, bitch, when I tell you I left my job. Fucking dumb bitch. I don't even remember like how much time bitch, I don't know. All I know is the next thing I was doing was on my phone and I was calling him back to back because like I knew that this looked bad and I am in tears. I'm bawling and like they think that like something super bad is happening. I could just give him general shit and I'm like, I gotta go. Like I just have to go. And I fucking book it and I'm running across the parking lot of Target and I'm heading over to the fucking RTD bus stop to wait for the bus. Meanwhile, I'm on my phone, I'm crying, I'm calling him back to back to back. I'm trying to text him like, please, like, bitch, I sounded so fucking desperate. It was like very cringe. And I was like, please let me explain. Like, it's not what I look like. Like, bitch, I was like, oh God, it was such a mess. So he's not answering and I was like, bet. I knew the bus system backwards and forwards. Once you know like the main lines and the main bus routes, like you can pretty much get anywhere. With the buses and the light rail, bitch, I knew exactly how to get to his house. And I was like, I will go over there. Like I will go over there because like he's gonna hear me out. Like I'm not a cheater. Like I don't, what the fuck? Get to the RTD bus stop and I'm calling. I'm like on my crazy girl shit. And when I tell you sobbing, bitch, and bitch, I am not a pretty crier. Not at all. Like this shit gets red, puffy, mocos, the works, okay? And I am out there just a fucking moco queen on the side of the road. And this fucking Target is like in a super busy part of downtown. Like, bitch, it was just a mess. The bus is gonna take forever to get here because I didn't plan for this. So I'm gonna be sitting out there for a good minute. And I finally take a seat and like I'm crying. And finally, Robert's funky ass calls me back. I know that this looks bad. I go into my spiel, y'all. He's silent. He's so quiet. And I was like, look, you know, I didn't want anything to do with this. Like I just so happened to, you know, I give him a quick synopsis of what happened to like explain this shit. And I was like, he was just like wanting to convince me to not tell his girl, but like literally I want nothing to do with it. And like, it's not what you think and whatever. And y'all, he's fucking silent the whole time. You know, finally a bitch stops talking and I'm like, okay, like where are we at? Like, give me a sign of life. I knew it. I knew that this was gonna happen. Like the minute that you moved away, I'm sad about it, but like I knew it. Bitch, he hangs up. He hangs up on me and I was like, you knew what? You knew what, bitch? Like, oh my God, like the fucking audacity. Y'all, the manipulation tactics of this boy was, I mean, fucking pristine, bitch. Y'all, that made me flip out even more and I start pacing back and forth. I don't know what to do. I feel stuck. I feel like just my whole world is just coming tumbling down. I just left my job. Like everything just fucking sucks right now. And all of a sudden, this angel, I swear, bitch, she was a fucking angel. She walks around the bus stop and comes right up to me and she hands me a cold bottle of water and she goes, drink this. Everything's gonna be okay. She's holding this bottle out and I take it and I'm like, thank you. Y'all, I couldn't even like catch my breath, bitch. It was very dramatic, very theatrical. I just sit down on the bus stop bench and I'm like, oh my God. He's not worth it. All of this, he's not worth it. She didn't say a word else. I'm looking at her. I don't even know how to respond. And before I know it, she's heading back around the bus stop and on the other side of the parking lot. And I see her get into her car. And like her car was facing the bus stop. So she saw this entire thing play out, bitch. She says that to me. She gets in her car and I see her drive off. And like literally, I don't know what it was about this lady's words, but like, I got it together. And I drank that water and I got on the bus that day, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like I didn't do nothing. And if like, I'm not even worthy of a conversation, well then fuck it, bitch. So I went home. I went to my apartment. I didn't go and fucking chase after him. By that night, Robert's funky ass is like on my phone. I'm the person now ignoring his shit because like I was just like, dude, like that, it's too much. We end up talking eventually and like trying to work it out and like I have to jump through hoops to try to prove myself and this and that and the motherfucker third. I definitely blew up at Kevin and I told him what happened as a result of his pendejadas and like the shit that he was doing and like, why are you messaging me on this shit? Like your guilty conscience is like what got me in this shit with my mans or whatever. I find out that he got so nervous that I was gonna get a hold of his girl that he ended up telling her himself. She ends up texting me out of nowhere. You know, she definitely talked to me about it, and she was just like, can you just like tell me like what happened? Like, what did you see? And, you know, it was in that moment, you know, my friend wanted to know. So I was like, are you sure? She was like, yeah. You know, one night I stayed on the phone with her for like a few hours and I told her what I saw. Ultimately, she was like, I just think that we need a break. And like, you know, maybe us not working together is like what's best and whatever. Kelly wasn't working there much longer after that. And so, yeah. Now, for those of you guys that know my stories, girl, this was foreshadowing to the fullest, bitch, because fast forward, I find out that Robert's funky ass is cheating on me with the girl that he works with. So when we were breaking up, I definitely brought that up and I was like, so this is why. Oh, so this is why you were fucking tripping balls when I was working at Target. You would have definitely been that one. Like, now I get it. Now I totally get it. Y'all, that shit lit his ass up so much. Like, he was so pissed when I brought that up. But wow, you fucking nasty bitch. Like, I know you would have definitely been the one to do that shit. You would have definitely. I understand the point of like, you know, if it were me, I would want to know, and I get that, girl. But sometimes getting involved in other people's shit can cost you a lot and put you in the position to be questioned and have answers for like how things played out, and you're like, oh my god, like I'm literally just a bystander. Like, please, Target, working at Target had its drama. Like I ain't even gonna ask. I will tell you guys more stories in my upcoming videos. Thank y'all so much for being here and helping me get ready, girl, so I can slay the day. You know, mom life. I love y'all so much. I hope you guys have a great day, and if you're not subscribed, you already know what to do. Follow me on my socials. The bitch isn't depressed anymore, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love y'all so much. Be safe. Peace out, y'all.